is now angel 1. But
Good afternoon, everybody. This is FIDE Senior Trainer and International Master Chess Coach Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Center to this intermediate training session. So, welcome Bimal Dave and Dityash Kumar. Creative mind. Let's do some endgames quickly. The position is white to play and win, given by Botvinnik. It's not easy, you have to find the right plan. Because the pawns on the same side and black king is near, it is more hard. Find the plan. Hello, Kamakri Vastu Kanaksri. Find the plan. What is the plan for white? I want you to participate. Tell me how should white plan to win? It is very important that you should be good in end game for getting better result. Not the best move, Vasant. The correct move, bishop attacks here, then he will attack the bishop and now moves. Now you should start pushing pawn. Okay, up till now it is very easy. What to do now? This is the point. How to handle the position now? Up till now it's okay, but now it is a very interesting plan. Knight. So he will attack. Now a check. You have to give a check. Then what to do now? Black is putting up the best defense. Can white win now? Vedant gives the correct answer. Vedant now gives the correct answer. Knight to f5. Well done. Well done. Creative mind. The reason is now the king into pawn, and even if he gives a check, it doesn't matter. Now this is lost. The king is supposed to be at f8. King cannot reach f8. Lost. Okay. Anyway, well done. Next. This position, even though there are two pawns each, white is having a big advantage because of active king. What is the winning plan for white? Once again, it's a botanic problem. How should you win? King d5, good move. King d5, good move. He can't move. There is only move. All other moves loses. King f6 will is zugzwang. So only move. And now also natural move king to d6. This is a critical moment. What should you do now? A critical moment. King d6, king e8. What now? Can somebody tell me how white can win now? The correct answer, Vedant. Creative mind. F5, correct answer. Otherwise, the simple threat pawn takes pawn and g5. White threatening pawn takes pawn and g5. Only move. Only move. And now king e8, pawn f6, zugzwang. So only move. And wins. Now both will get one pawn, but white pawn is advanced. White is 2 tempo up. Winning in 3 moves. Okay. This position, white is winning. Why? We must recognize the strong point of white. 5 pawns each, but white is clearly better. Why? Why white is clearly better? No, white is clearly better because he is. No, it is not the weak d4. The king and rook are participating. King is far away. The point is, white is playing with 2 pieces. Black is playing with 1. Forced. And now king. Pawn push. Forced. You cannot take the pawn. You cannot take. And now king. White is playing with 2 pieces. You cannot play king to f4. You will wipe out those pawns. Rook d5 is bad anyway. So It is useless pawn. If you take the pawn, it is important you go for the pass, create a pass pawn. This is too slow. 1, 2, 3. So only move. And winning. Winning. It is not a good idea to play this, because after rook into rook, king into pawn, both have pass pawns. This is not a good idea. King pawn endgame, because he will have king into pawn and the pass pawn. So it is important to play f4. Slow him down. Now the point is, if you come attack, I will take, and king pawn endgame, he is much ahead in the race. Yeah, the king is active. This is the point. The same situation in this other next diagram also. The situation, this is a different position. White to play and win. In many positions, we have to always consider, can we convert to a winning king pawn endgame? Now, you have to sacrifice the rook for the pawn. You need to sacrifice the rook for the pawn. So check, pin, take. Now the king pawn ending is winning because you have a pawn, so you decoy the king to the queening diagonal. Sorry, I made a wrong graph. Decoy the king to the queening diagonal. How you can do that? Now he is threatening to come and catch the pawn, so you have to push. This is bad. If you will play simply king b1 and winning, king b1, and the black king is out of square, so only move. Decoy the king. If you push the pawn, it's a draw. If you push the pawn, it's a draw. So decoy the king. Now push king, and you are queening with check. This is a knight pawn. Only rook pawn on 7th rank, bishop pawn 7th rank, and opponent king far away, then it's a draw. But now the knight pawn loses. Knight pawn loses the game. I have done this. This is a simple study. Basically, don't tell me the moves. What is the winning plan? What is the winning plan for white? Can somebody explain to me the winning plan? If you observe that the king is paralyzed because of the pawn, rook behind, and the rook is also busy because this pawn is running away. So basically you need to create zugzwang, and no, you cannot just push the h pawn. This is draw. You can't push. This is zugzwang is the word. Zugzwang. Now king cannot move. Only rook has to move, because if you give a check, so only rook move. So I will same situation. Now if you move the rook, push. Now you have to move the rook, push. You have to move the rook, push. Now the point is the pawn is reaching 7th rank. So what you should do? Just move the rook, or maybe you push the pawn. Push the pawn. Now you can ignore that and come here. If he takes the pawn, check. Now check will come, and then check will come and pick up. He cannot take the pawn. Check. And now if he takes the pawn, now you give a threat, queen. You have to take the pawn, but then, so rook endings, normally tactics plays many times tactics plays a key role in rook and pawn endgames. So you need to be very good in tactical vision in some of the rook and pawn endgames. What is the winning plan here? Because now the king is far away and the king is closer to the pawn. So white is playing with 2 pieces. Black is playing with 1 piece. 2 versus 1. King. You can't push the pawn. Now put b4. Nothing is there, only move. King, counter attack. And now you gain a decisive tempo. Tempo, only move. But now the pawn is lost. So the advantage is active king. Even though the material is equal, active king and far away king, passive king. So because now the king is coming. I tell you, one time I was having a king on h2. A similar situation. I was exchanged up, but my opponent a very good position. So from nowhere the king appeared to here. Maybe I should show that game. Maybe I should show. I made some opening careless move and I was losing the game. I was completely lost. But my opponent, he was shocked. Okay, I'll show you that game. Maybe after this. Maybe now I can show you. Maybe I can. Now this is winning. This is winning. Tempo and finish. Finish. Maybe I can show. See, this is what happened. One game of mine. He was an IM from Sweden. IM from Sweden. I was white and black was Hartman. I am from Sweden. Okay, the position is slightly better for white. Okay, now pawn takes pawn is okay. Now pawn takes pawn is also possible. Knight d2. Bad move. This is a bad move. Simply knight takes pawn. White stands slightly better. But this over ambitious move. Now white is in trouble. Careless move. And now d3 intermediary move. That is why I should have taken. This is an opening error. Now suddenly white is in a lost position. Check, king. Now this pawn is a giant pawn, giant pass pawn. This is a lost position for white. Just see, I'm showing the end game only. So I played here king. He cannot take it. Now bishop. Here I played nc2. The game is lost anyway. nc2, hoping that he will move, then I can take. And queen e2, I will get my piece back. But black is in a winning position. The pawn on 7th rank, bishop is protecting. The rook will join very soon. So it is a hopeless position. But I tried to fight. This is a bad move. Of course, now there is some counterplay. White has got some activity and trying to create some counterplay with h4, h5 and keep the pressure on f7. But this is a mistake. Remy, what is this? Reima Petrina. Hello. So the amazing position, queen into. Now the king is coming. King is coming. Because this is the danger, no. Once he gets the pawn, from nowhere the king comes. So my opponent asked me during the game over the board, where this king came from. He was thinking now it is lost because this rook is coming here and taking the pawn and easily winning. But king. So my opponent asked where the king came from. And now he is not having any plan. And now king comes back. Winning. All you have to do is to replace the king blockade. Now the king will take the blockade here. And the rooks will be free. Not allowing counterplay. And king is safe. Winning. This is now winning endgame. Now rook king will take and sweep all the pawns, cut off. So activity of a king, you have to be always vigilant. What is this position? Next. This is a thematic game. It is very important to get a correct theme, the winning plan for white. It is winning plan for white. The winning plan is you need to approach the pawn from the rear because he is going to block. So you should come this way quickly. So the correct move. Because if you play other moves like b3, c4, this is all not winning. Black will win the game. If you make this kind of moves, there is a good chances black will win or draw. So this. Now again, the idea is to approach the pawn. Now if you play here c4, this is c4 is bad. Now again you want to approach by this move. Activity. Now c4. Because here you cannot go further. So only move. Now enter. Enter. Now give time to support. By that time you approach this two moves, and he will also attack and winning the pawn. So the point is that every time you have to do activity. Now if you play b3 or c3, it is nothing. Draw. Only move. Suppose c3, king f3. Now king. No entry. I will not allow. I am in the charge because now this pass pawn is of little value. The king can always take the pawn. So king g4. Now king d3 is bad. Now he cannot play king c2. Pawn will run away. And if he plays king c4, then king to e5 and king d6, winning. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, to find the plan. Next. Why it is not happening? Ready? I need to restart the chess press. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, now this position I already discussed. What is black to play? It is black played now rook. So rook into knight into. So king f2. What is the plan for now black to win? How should black play for a win? Hello Karthik Saraf. Good afternoon. The winning plan is you need to sacrifice a knight. You have to position the knight here and the knight here and then sacrifice. Both the knights should be ready. So knight, knight. Now you position the other knight to come to this point. So now is the time to sacrifice. Two pass pawns. You have to accept. You have to move and now winning. So it is simple. Knight sack per passer. Kanaksri, right. Winning. Okay, you can take knight and knight also, but that will be little complicated, not easy. So better. And winning the game. Okay, this position is white to play and win. I want the answer fast. Somebody tell me what is the quick winning plan for white? Not a5. Now you need to force the rook exchange, then clean exchange up. Now the rook is not having mobility. No mobility. So just come. And now forcing the rook exchange. Now you have 2-1 majority. A queen is coming quicker. This is slow. Now 2 pawns, but king is nearer. Your king will take care of this. So now the point is, after you push the pawn, a blockade is coming. King will block. Blocking. Element of time. White is much faster. Forced. And wins. After the move, king will take both the pawns. Both the pawns are gone. So force exchange of rook. Now this is Viswanathan Anand and Judith Polgar. Now the point is, I think I have made a mistake. No, there was another pawn. There is another pawn, I believe. This is not the one. There is one more pawn was okay. 3-4. I think other pawn got exchanged. 3-4, but it looks difficult. However, find a plan. Knight, king, check, knight. Now black wants to exchange as many pawns. The king is not allowing the knight to come. And he wants to exchange. What are you going to do? So Anand finds a pawn. When you need to, if you play paralyzed, the pawns are paralyzed. King e3 and pawn g3 with a easy win. So it takes. Now if he pushes the pawn, king e3 and the next g3. And if he takes the pawn, suppose you take the pawn, king e3 and now knight check. And knight will come back in time. Knight check and knight coming and winning. Blockade. And next move, the knight will come and paralyze him. So he cannot take. So he plays here, push. Now king, but now knight and winning. One last pawn will remain on the board. One last pawn. Anyway, one pawn will remain. Now pawn s3 loses, pawn s3, pawn into pawn wins. Or pawn into pawn, then you can also win king into and then g3. Pawn takes pawn, king into pawn and pawn push. I think knight check and now pawn into pawn. Last pawn remains. Hello Ramakrishna. Playing session. Will you play the line I want? See, it is you can ask me only in your game. One game, what line you want, you only tell me the defense, don't tell me the moves. You want me to play Grunfeld, King's Indian, Caro-Kann, French. You want me to play D4, E4, C4. I will play. But don't tell me a set of moves. You will tell me the name of the defense, that what you want me to do. E4, D4, C4, NF3, anything I will play as white. And if you want me to play Caro-Kann, French, Sicilian, whatever you want me to play, tell me the name of the defense. But I will not play bad lines, bad variations. Okay? Okay, Rama? You say, I will play Sicilian Nasdor, I will play Nasdor. You want to play Dragon, I will play Dragon. Pelican, Paulsen, whatever you want. You name some respectable line. Don't ask me to play E4, B6. Yes, what do you want? You can suggest the move. I will tell you what if it is the main line. Now this position, black is having a clear upper hand. The reason is now opposite color bishop. But the king is aggressive and creating winning. Because of this active king, so it is a winning. Otherwise, suppose we change the guard. Let us say the king is here and there it's a draw. Suppose you bring the king and bishop f2, no more win. But the king is entering. Okay. And now, just zugzwang. It is a zugzwang now. No pawn move and no good king move. Enter. Today, here in the playing session, 6 o'clock. Today, 6 o'clock playing session. Every day, evening 6 o'clock is a playing session. Except Wednesday. Except Wednesday, every day 6 o'clock is playing session. I want to see how you guys doing. You can tell me, Ramakrishna, what line you want me to play. Okay? I can play Queen's Gambit accepted. What do you want me to play? Let me know. Taras, let me know what you want me to play today evening. Next. The position, it looks bad for white. Because it is white king is far away and the pawns are also doubled. What is the plan? What should white do? At the moment the pawn is under attack and the knight is also unprotected. So the king is far away. So this is bad. Knight is unprotected, pawn is hanging. What should you do? I will tell you today in this today's session, I will do Grunfeld, the other line, D86 to D89. I was doing the exchange variation of Grunfeld. I will complete today. What do you want me to play, Rama? You have not mentioned. Alright. Now, the point is how you can draw the game. Now it looks bad situation. Because rook is busy defending the pawn. Okay? The pawn is unprotected. The knight is unprotected. So what do you want to do? Good afternoon, Abhishek Nanuji. The point is, it is like a study. You have to play actively. Now you have to play actively. Rook check. And now, strange that you have to give the rook to play for a draw. No other move. Check, pawn check. Now, pawn check. Because you take king into, there is a fork. And you take queen into, there is a fork. So only move, check, only move, take. Now it is a retice position. King. The point is you take the pawn, he will queen. So you attack. Now you catch. Now if you push this pawn, I will attack. I come here and sorry, not this one, to the center. Right? It is not moving there. King. Now idea threat and threat. Draw. So he starts rushing. Take. Now I am coming to square to catch the pawn. And you push, this is just in time. Sir, today do you theory of playing of open lines? I will do Grunfeld. You see, open line, king position, pawn structure, center. These are strategic themes. Okay, I have already done lot of positions on this. Okay, let's see. It's a draw. Now this position, white to play win. How white is winning? One thing you must know, now this is the queening area. Queening area. So if the black king reaches, then it's a draw. If the black king reaches, even here it is a draw. So you must keep the king cut off. First priority. You have to make the king cut off. So this is the winning method. King cannot go. King cannot go now. The king is bad. Badly placed king. Now king up. Winning. Not rook g5. Rook g5 is a bad move. Rook g5 is bad. Now if you play rook g5, he will go away. And now there is no more win. I am sorry, no more win. He is threatening to enter. Now if you come, the king is entering. It's a draw. Rook g5 is a bad move. So correct move is cut off the king. Now the rook is cutting off the king. Now king. Now enter. Check. And this. Now the king will enter. King will enter. Now shelter. Cover. Once the pawn on 5th rank, king itself will win the game. Winning. The king is cut off. The king is cut off. And now the king alone will win the game. Okay. Alright. Alright. Next. There is some tactics. Now the position is white to play and win. White to play and win. Fast. You please participate. Hello Suresh Bhai Chawda. Good afternoon. You please participate how white will win. One player, only one answer. Don't give 2 times answer. Abhishek, maximum how many advance move planning can make the opening is good? Well, actually I will tell you, if a player can correctly assess 3 ply. 3 ply means I will make a move, opponent will make a move, then it is my move. This is my move, opponent move, my move. If you correctly evaluate 3 moves, 3 ply, your move, opponent move and your next move, then you are very good in opening. Correct evaluation. You understand, no? The correct moves. Karthik Srab, 3 ply. Your move, your opponent reply, and your move. You have to exactly evaluate the answers. Yes, creative mind. Queen h5. The queen is pinned, but you have this rook check. And this force the rook, king away from the rook. Force the king away. winning. Well done. The position is white to play and win. White to play and win. White to play and win. Find out about it. Knight f7. Okay, you have to tell me the variation. Knight f7, king f7, queen check, king f8. You must give the full variation. On knight into f7, king into f7, queen into e6 check, king f8. What then? Don't expect me to bring the position on the board and ask. Please write the answer. Are you ready with your answer, or are you thinking knight f7, king f7, queen e6, king f8? What then? Come on, boys, quick. Creative mind, BD5. Wrong answer. It is a wrong answer. What is BD5? I will play knight into D5. Knight f7, king f7, queen e6, king f8. BD5 and D5. कुछ नहीं होगा. Black जीत जाए. Black will win the game. On BD5, ND5 will come. Okay. Okay. The answer is knight into f7 is correct. King into check. You cannot come because this rook here will be winning the game easily, finishing the game. So only move king, bishop h5, bishop h5, bishop h5. Now mate threat, you cannot do bishop checkmate. You can't block the bishop, and if you take it, then it is easily winning. Bishop into check, rook into, then rook into check. Queen into, and then queen check, and pick up the rook and mate. Alright, so bh5 is the winning move because this g6 does not work. Checkmate. Next. Next, the position is white to play and win. Karthik Sraf, if a player can calculate 3 ply, white move, black move is 2 ply, then again white move, it is 3 ply. If he can calculate correctly 3 moves, he is like a strong international master or a grandmaster. But correct evaluation, it is not easy. Correct evaluation for 3 positions, your move, your opponent's move, and then your move. Answer. If you calculate 3 moves correctly, you are like a GM or a very strong IM. Not queen h6 check, not correct move. Not correct move. Bimal Dave, not correct move. Queen h6 check is not correct. No, not correct, not correct. After king h8, what do? King a8. Okay, I will tell you, you are missing the simple move here. Bishop check and then queen check. Bishop check, you have to take it, otherwise queen is lost, and now mate into queen check and then next move checkmate. Whereas if you give a check, then it is not that easy. If you give the check, he will run away. And now the check, he can sacrifice the queen. He has got fighting chances. Now rook into, and now it's not that easy. Not so easy. Okay, this is also mate. This is also a mate. Oh, I see. This is also a mate. This is also, okay. I think this is also working. I think it's working. Anyway, yeah, it is working. Because on pawn into, there is a mate. Okay. Next. Alright, this position is black to play. Black to play and win. Suresh Bhai Chawda, correct answer. How to evaluate in odd moves? That is the positional understanding of a player. The stronger the player, the evaluation is better or accurate. This position is lost for white. How should black play? How black will win the game? Correct answer. Rook f2. Now the queen is overloaded to this defense. So you have to go to the bad square and then Flakchuk here, discover attack. Now queen is forced in the line of the bishop. And now queen cannot, because now if you come here, it is just winning. Forced move and rook check, and here bishop check, over. Correct move, Karthik Sraf, creative mind, Abhishek. Next. The position is white to play and win. How does white win? How does white win? The correct answer. The correct answer. Abhishek, correct answer. Queen into c8. The back rank. Now the back rank is weak. So, pawn into. The check does not help. Now queen attacked and back rank. He can't defend. Nothing can help. You have to take one piece down. Well done. Well done. Now this position is white to play and win. Daria Dementiva. Daria Dementiva, hello. Hello, Daria Dementiva, how are you? Dobro utro. Not correct move. Kamakshi Bastu and creative mind, 97 check is wrong. 97 check is wrong. You are forgetting the queen h6 will come. Abhishek, creative mind and Kamakshi Bastu, you forget black has a defense, queen h6. There is no rook mate, queen h6 is there. There comes Suresh Bhai Chavda. Congratulations. Suresh Bhai Chavda, rook b6. The defense is over now. Defense. Otherwise, this is bad move. Take. And now queen will come back for defense. So, the correct move, rook b6. Well done, Suresh Bhai. Now after pawn into knight check. And now check, queen. There is no more. Otherwise, queen would have come. Well done. So, this is very well played. Rook b6. Next. Bhai. This is white to play and win. Cheskoski is white. How does white win? White to play and win. At the moment, your bishop is in under attack. There is a threat. So what will you do? What will you do? Your bishop under attack. What will you do? Where will you go? White to play. The point is, now Now, I will give a hint. You ignore the bishop. If you move the bishop, then you lose the initiative. If you move the bishop, then you will not have nothing. So, the point, you ignore the bishop and play bishop, c4. If you move bishop, then you will get nothing. After bishop move, everything is, your initiative is lost. So, forget the bishop. Now, if he takes the bishop, now bishop check. Check. No other move. If you take it, this is finished. Now queen into, this game is over. Now lost. It will checkmate. King is dragged. King is dragged into the territory. Finish. King is cannot go here. Mate. It will lead to mate. So only move. Check. And now you pick up the bishop and mating attack. Bishop c4. Suresh Bhai Chawda and Karthik Sraf. Correct answer. Bishop c4. Okay. This is correct. White to play and win. Where is the win for white? Come on. White to play and win. Correct answer. Vimal Dave. The queen giving a threat. Immediate threat is rook check and mate. Rook check and mate. So you got to stop that. But then queen rook. But you sacrifice the queen. Checkmate. There is no other defense. Rook check is coming and this does not help. This does not help. Because after here anyway rook will come. Idea queen and mate. Idea rook check and winning. So you have to play queen but then double the rook. Correct answer. Queen e7. No answer to the mate. Well done. Well done. The position is white to play and win. GM Todorovic is white. How should white win? Show me the win for white. No. Chess is not mathematics. Chess is not pure science. Chess is not pure art. It is a mixture of science, arts, math. When there is a tactics, it is like a math. It is like a prose and poetry together, art and craft together. Sometimes it is artistic beauty. Computer cannot think of artistic beauty. Somebody told that chess is 99% tactics. Anatoly Karpov said, what rubbish. Anatoly Karpov said, what rubbish. 99% tactics, wrong. Karthik Sraf? Yes.